Yes. Good morning. And let's get into it, huh? Welcome to another episode of Raxxopathy. I am your host, Bishop Wyatt. And here we go. I'd like to start off as kind of like a list of different actions that this bridge troll likes to perform, not just on the camera, but on himself while he's filming himself with a camera. It's quite disturbing. But let's start off small, shall we? Okay, here we go. Well, I was scrolling through some old videos. I wanted to see if Cyrex was maybe ever different, even though I know the answer is no. He has gotten more vicious with his anger because it's been piling up as far as the accusations and then the evidence on top of the accusations, and it's wearing on him. You can tell by the scabs. If the scabs are somewhat dry and he's scratching more, that's when he's not as stressed. But when they're fresh and bloody and there's a lot of them, that's where he's at his peak of his anxiety. Well, I look at like 2018 as a good example because the Sandman, he puts up a lot of good videos from that time, but Raxxology puts up a lot of classics too. Check them out. Shout out to both of them. But he's been being accused of being a scam artist, a thief, a liar, and a pervert since 2018, but before then. But it's just interesting to see the types of people calling him out, because none of them are Marty. This is before Marty. So are all the people wrong all the time about you, Cyrex? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that really what you want people to believe? And what makes it even more pathetic, Cyrex, you have children calling you out. 15-year-olds, 17-year-olds. In racing communities that you shouldn't even be in because they're for teenagers. It is unbelievable. I can't get over. I really just can't get over. Sorry about that. I have like a stray Skylar hair on me. But I can't get over all the different types of people calling you out. But this is the eye-opener. It's for the same things that you're being called out for today. Now that should answer anybody's question if this is a lie or a troll and there's no truth to it. Kind of shows you right there, there's plenty of truth to it. When you are called the same thing for years and years and years, and not by one or two of the same people, by different individuals who see you, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it quacks, it's a duck. If it jerks off on stream, it's a Cyrex. So there you go, And the thing that's funny, he has developed this routine now. See, he used to say that he was friends with people who were alive, and then he would get called out for it because the people would be like, I don't know him. I would never talk to someone like him, especially after what we show them or something like that. And people become his best friend if they hit a like button on his comment, or maybe hit a thumbs up in the comments like, oh, thank you for that, or whatever. He automatically thinks, oh, I've gained their respect. And then meanwhile, you look at their fan page and they're liking all of their fans' posts. And you know why? Because most of these famous people that you like, they don't run their own fan page, okay? They have things to do, Cyrex. They're being nice to you because you're on their fan page, okay? You understand? The mods are being nice to you. It's kind of like if you go on Jason David Frank's fan page, he comments on everyone practically, and some of the fans got way longer messages than you received, Cyrex. So I love that he loves him. With this one video, he pulls up, see, look what that says, and Jason David Frank says, nice art. So profound. It was like a dream come true for him, being that he's really never had anything nice said about him other than by Sally. So, and Sally calls those little white lies, little white Wilkins lies. Well, not Wilkins anymore, but you know what I mean. But now, instead of doing that, he's figured this out. All right, I'm being called out because, these people can look the person up that I'm saying I'm friends with and then figure out that I'm not because they'll talk to them. I'll be friends with dead people. Perfect. No one can call me out. They can't ask the person can't defend themselves because they're dead. And I have no morals or integrity, so why not? Well, I'm not going to get in the way of a good story that could get me some clout, being I have nothing else going for me in my life. No accomplishments, no excitement to speak of, no dreams, nothing, no future. So let's create a life. Let's create stories and drama around me to make people think that I have an interesting life going on. That's what Cyrex does. But the sad thing is, even if you say you're friends with dead people, you can still find out if you were from their family members and other friends, like we found out through Zach's family members. So you were a liar with that too, which we kind of knew from the start. I think Cyrex wakes up and he looks for local tragedies or new tragedies, and he finds one that fits his liking, and he humps the shit out of it on a memorial stream, of course, because why not? Let's get some clout off the dead person, right? Why not? They're dead. Who cares? And it's quite disgusting, and he's been caught doing that several times. I don't know. I mean, Glory Hole caught him on one that was pretty funny. He claimed to like the star, would be friends with this famous drummer from Chaos and Beauty, something like some name like that. And the guy was messaged, the drummer. He goes, I don't know who that is. And then the guy was shown what Chance did. He goes, I would never be friends, or I wouldn't even want that guy on my fan page. Says Cyrex is, and he won't address it. When Cyrex finds out that people are exposing him, he just goes on to the next lie and sees if he can get away with that one. So that's all Cyrex does. Keep on keeping on, double down on the lie. That always makes it better. Jeez, there's just so many depraved things that he has done. And the other thing, Cyrex, you claim to be like you were normal 6 years ago, and how you were kind and generous, and you didn't call people out. You've been calling people out since 2018 too. Every other video you can watch from your past is you calling, it's usually a child out that beat you in a video game. But you've been causing these problems forever. And for some reason, you have never learned to stop pulling your eggplant out of your pants. Your infected, fermented, rotted fruit vine out of your pants and showing the world constantly. And then you get upset when it's shared. You want us to believe, like you say to that girl, obviously, who she said she was 8 years old. Obviously, do I believe she was 8 years old? No. Okay, I don't. I'll even say that. Do I believe she was a minor? Yes, I do. And Cyrex wants to place the blame on her for, she asked for money after Cyrex sent a jerk-off video. He wants to claim that she filmed it without his knowledge. We all know his track record. What does he do when he meets a female within moments of knowing them? He sends a dick pic or a jerk video. It's like clockwork. It's so predictable at this point. I mean, even Jasmine from the UK, she exposed that. He did the same thing with her and every other girl before then. Troll or not, he's a deviant. That's what deviants do. Deviants, give into their urges to satisfy themselves and get their nut off. That's all they care about. They're just looking for a warm pink center to look at and fap to. They don't even care where that pink center is coming from or what that pink center is attached to. Male, female, animal, it doesn't matter. Pink centers, moisture. Text messages, lubrication, and jerk videos. That's all he cares about. Literally all he cares about. Hot Pockets, Campbell's soup cans, sludge, video games. He's the definition of a child. Besides the disgusting sexual depravity that he likes to commit on himself and in front of others. he has childlike urges, but then he has he's been around for 33 years and has gone through puberty, so he's got grown-up urges mixed in with those child urges as well, which creates a perfect storm of circumstances that is just too horrific to mention. And don't worry, he is fully prepared to put it on display for us without question. I really don't think he's ever leaving the internet. I'm just going to let you guys know that I have given up on that fact. My only goal now is to make him suffer, expose the things that he has been caught for with the evidence. I post that in the community posts all the time, and I will continue to do that until he loses his mind. There will be a freak out coming, and there will be homelessness when Sally goes, because she's not an immortal, Cyrex, and I know that that's scaring you. I have another thing that's really cringy. He is so lazy that he doesn't want to put in the hard work. He says he likes the hard work. Now, what he does is he's so lazy, he won't even look for free-to-profit beats. He steals people's beats, puts his shitty, shaky, whimpering voice over it, calls it his own, and then says that's hard work. It took me 10 minutes to steal that video and download it. Yeah, that's real hard work, Cyrex. You know what Cyrex wants? Cyrex was told by a label that he wasn't good enough. So Cyrex said, well, instead of telling me I'm not good enough, spread positivity, sign me anyway, and put money into me to get better, like an investment. And then I will make you money and I will be better off in the end. And I can, I can make money and get rich, and I can make you. Oh, Cyrex, are you kidding me? You want a company to, instead of just getting somebody who's talented to make them money where they don't have to spend money on them, they're going to pick you because you've had a hard go. And they're going to put time and money into you, not knowing if you're going to work out at all, just to be kind, right? Just to spread positivity. Cyrex, it's called business. Business is in it for the money. They don't give a shit about your Make-A-Wish Foundation fake crybaby Hallmark bullshit stories, okay? It's getting old. People are done listening to that. You think it's some sort of occupation or life skill to put on a resume that you were born with one little lung that seems to work just fine when you're screaming, and one kidney that seems to be, filtering out that sludge at a rapid pace. So I think you're operating at full capacity for a goblin anyway. And with your pterodactyl arms, you sure can swing a bat. So stop trying to play off the disabled thing. You're just disgusting looking and horrific looking and all those things. And you've been riding that wave for long enough. It's time to get off of it, Cyrex. You can't surf on it any longer. You're 33 years old, and people, maybe that worked when you were a child, but people are starting to see a pattern. You are a professional starter, right? But you're never finishing anything you started. You flip-flop like insanity. I really don't. I'm trying to think if you have any redeeming qualities, and I have yet to come up with any. Can you guys figure out anything? Put them in the comments. Besides the fact, I will give him this. Him being around has created probably one of the best communities on YouTube, in my opinion. I've met some of the coolest people in this community, and I'm not going to lie. I love all of you on Team Pea and Cream, associates in the Council of 8. Love you all. That's probably the only good thing that has come out of this. And spreading awareness, protecting the children. That's another good thing. For a 33-year-old man who has no license, no GED, no job, has never worked before, never paid taxes. Mommy has to bathe him. Mommy has to cook for him. Mommy has to spend money on him. Mommy has to listen to him scream in his room at 3 a.m. He strangles mommy. He strangles girlfriends, and then puts a hat on that says King, and thinks having a Burger King crown in his possession isn't cringe, but awesome. Need we say more about this man-child thing? He's like Man Bear Pig, but he's just Goblin Cyrex thing or CP Cyrex PDF. He's a mixture of depravities that you could go on forever listing the different things that I just like. I like to do. I like to spend some time, and I try to think of different other words to describe him. Yeah, eventually you have to start creating new words because the words that exist to describe him are just not potent enough. You know what I mean? You need a little bit more kick in it, right? I just don't know. 2018, 2014, sending your peen to another minor. You were caught doing that too. But that wasn't your fault either, right? She lied to you, right? Oh, I'm sure. It's always everybody else's fault. It's like they're out to get you. It's all a big game. Everyone's paid off. It's a conspiracy against you and your character. Let's just understand he's going to play that card until the day he dies. I guarantee it. I really don't know what else to say about you, Cyrex. I'm waiting for you to fail in a big way, and I can't wait because guess what's coming? I forgot. I should have mentioned this in the beginning. You already lost the one song, Can't Find the Door. Wance has that now. You can look for it on Spotify when it's out. I'll let you know. But you just lost 2 other songs. And get ready to hear them, either by later today, early tomorrow morning in a video. And I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Because I already enjoy it. Not the song. The song's trash. I just enjoy taking things from you that you don't deserve and then watching you quiver. Like everyone else does. Because you have 0 fans. You actually need to create fans to have fans. You're willing to be friends with buddy trolls just so you can feel like you are talking to other people who kind of respect you. But in reality, you're talking to people who look at you nothing more than a Muppet on display for entertainment purposes and to spread the ridicule online and to put everyone at notice that there is a predator amongst us. But don't worry, he's a weak-wristed little goblin twanker who just wants to sit in his room all day and play with his mustard bottle. If you know, you know. Ah, yes.